Losing your home just hours after receiving it. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee, because this is a tough one. This story really is. Let's have a look at this on the ABC. So, Queensland homeowners told land needed for the Bruce Highway upgrade hours after getting the keys to Griffith House. So, it looks like it wasn't even a day. Got keys to his house, moved in, and trust me, not a bad little place. Perfectly fine. Spec home, nothing wrong with it. And then he's told it's going to be resumed. Awesome. Good old Australia, guys. Good old Australia. Oh, this sucks. Really, it really does. On Monday morning, Anil Konda got the keys to his family's dream home. You'd never have a dream home, guys, because it always turns into a nightmare, as I'm sitting here with rain everywhere, stopping my steelies from welding the posts to my house. So yes, it's never have a dream. Only to receive an email just 7 hours later saying the property was needed for a Bruce Highway upgrades. He put the initial deposit down on the land in Griffith, north of Brisbane, in March last year. After relocating his young family of 4 to Queensland, finding a school and rental property, and enduring 11 months of building delays, Mr. Konda said the relief of finally having access to their new home was short-lived. Not even a day. Not even a day. The email, you know why? It's probably because it took that long for the email to get through to the department. The email from the state government's Department of Transport and Main Roads, TMR, said Mr. Konda needed to call them for more information on the future land requirement, and he received a call back from the department in the afternoon. When I asked specific details like, what is the impact? Am I going to lose a certain amount of land? They told me it's going to be the entire thing, he said. Are you kidding? The entire house has to be taken out. Just not even the day. Did he even spend a night there? No, he didn't. It was the afternoon. The family's plans for the foreseeable future are now on hold. We wanted to personally see the construction. This is our first home. We lived in an apartment, but we always wanted a bigger place for the kids to grow up. Last week, my kids picked the colors. My son and daughter picked the colors. I was planning to start work today, painting the rooms, fixing some furniture. Oh, shit. They just took away the joy of our new home. It doesn't matter if it happens in a year, 2 years, or 3 years. We know that they're going to take it away. We don't have the belongingness. Well, yeah, he's heartbroken. That's what it is, because it's gone. I just need an explanation. Well, Queensland's growing. They need to make the roads bigger. That's the sad reality of it. His family's not alone. The home is in the relatively new Aspire development, where some lots have been purchased but still lie vacant. Several houses are still being built, and most residents in the area have only moved in within the past 3 months. Oh, come on. Is this going to be a whole lot of people? A TMR spokesperson confirmed on Wednesday afternoon that owners of 24 residential lots on Venture Drive, which runs along the Bruce Highway, were contacted about the plans. Charmaine and James Jackson managed to buy their first block of land, have their second baby, and start building their dream home during the COVID-19 pandemic. I mean, what makes this worse is that this is these people's first home. Okay, it's not some grisly old person that's been around the block a few times. No, these are their first homes. It was 8 days after he was born. We went to the office to pick out tile colors, our paint, and everything like that. Oh, come on. The couple and their 2 children moved in on September 1st. I mean, these are, fine little spec homes. Nothing wrong with them, although they need eaves. What's this new design trend to not have eaves? Okay, come on. Even on that facade, it's going to provide shade, which will reduce the thermal load on the building. Anyway, I mean, they've got them here, which is good. And I guess that huge noise barrier there will provide some shade. The couple's second child had just turned 1. They were hoping to stay in the area until the boy graduated from school. I just need an explanation, Mr. Jackson said. How could this have happened? Where you've allowed people so freshly to have built new houses only to tell them they're going to be torn down in the middle of a housing crisis. Yeah, it's just bad timing. That's the problem. After receiving the email on Monday night, Mr. Jackson contacted the department to ask why the title was allowed to be registered. They said when Aspire put in the planning application, we didn't have planning up to date at the time to confirm any impacts, he said. So the department dropped the ball. Or maybe just long-term implications they hadn't dealt with because of a sudden population growth. Although this should be long-term planning highway upgrades. So residents need certainty. Featherland Group Proprietary Limited was the developer of Aspire, and General Manager Scott Cyril said the company's ownership of land in the estate ended in October last year. Fairland has developed the estate in accordance with all relevant approvals, including the necessary works, as directed by TMR as a referral agency, Mr. Seeley said. To this extent, a large acoustic wall was constructed by Fairland in accordance with the direction of TMR adjacent to the Bruce Highway, and we saw that in the image. Settlements of land adjacent to the Bruce Highway were completed between August 2021 and October 2021, and Fairland did not receive any notification from TMR regarding further or future road resumptions. He said the consultation summary on highway works that concluded in February 21 did not identify any works north of Marumba Downs. If TMR has informed residents of the commencement of future investigation studies or acquisitions, this has been completed independent of any previous or current landowners, Mr. Seeley said. So they didn't know. They didn't know. Moreton Bay Regional Council Mayor and Deputy Mayor have not been briefed by TMR on the Griffith property resumptions and will be meeting with them next week. The news comes as the state government is about to begin a summit tomorrow to address the state's growing housing crisis, and they looked at that yesterday. And a lot of the issue we have here in Queensland is because so many people have migrated here again. We had a huge influx of people, and I shouldn't talk. I'm one of the original Victorians that came back in the 90s when the recession just hit. Now, we fled Victoria when it was cool to flee Victoria, and they had this thing called rugby here. They played AFL really different. But the weather's nice most of the time. So the project is in very early planning stages. Yeah, but if you know it's going to be, if you know the property will be resumed, are you going to stay there? Are you going to sell it now? Will it impact the sale price of it? Transport and Main Roads Minister Mark Bailey, it may fall through, said residents in the planning area for the Gateway Motorway and Bruce Highway upgrade projects have been notified of the plans for resumption. Let's be very clear, this project is in the very early planning stages, and residents who are potentially impacted are the first to be notified, as it should be, he said. We'll know much more specific numbers when we get further into the planning and the community consultation, Mr. Bailey said. This has been an announced upgrade with joint federal and state government funding since 2019. So it would surprise me if local governments are saying they haven't heard about this. It's been in the public domain for 3 years. If we do require someone's property, we get independent evaluations and market rates so that we make sure the people who are impacted in the end, that they are looked after and they get fair value and compensation. Yes, but you're forcing them to sell. So I would hope, I doubt it though, I'd hope they'd get a premium for being forced out of their home. It's never a good process, and of course, these are relatively recent approvals by the local government involved. So I can appreciate why they would feel aggravated by the process. Mr. Bailey said timeframes for design and construction would be informed by the planning and business case. So there we go, guys. Let's have a talk about this one. I think this stings so badly because it's first home buyers who are, like, on the day they moved in, the day they got the keys. It's just bad luck, isn't it? That's what it is. It's bad luck. This is one of the things you need to consider when you're looking at buying a property near a highway. Sadly, that's what you need to plan for. You have to, I guess you can obviously know where the highway is. This is always something you need to prepare for. But I can understand how people think, oh, well, no, they've already done it all. They're not planning. There's nothing in planning here. Ah, boy. What do you reckon, guys? You tell me in the comments. This is depressing. As always, thanks for watching. Check out my other channels, HeiseBim and HeiseSays International, for other topics I discuss. And if you're a fan and want to support us, you can financially on YouTube or Patreon. Use our referral links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband. Buy a Pocket Squares or call us if you need an architect. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. And I'll see you in the next episode of HeiseSays. 7 hours. I feel sorry for him. That's tough.